Regret, last video was interrupted. I could not handle it. So no problem. I continue about this issue, Corona and management. I was talking about I was talking about something very significant to all of us regarding Corona. I've explained to you and what is happening around the world. I've told you that actually Corona has defeated whole world and we are at risk. No problem. What to do? We will handle, public will handle. Now, there's no more, I don't want to waste your time, but this is a very serious problem. People are abusing this corona state. It may be politicians or it may be public. All are abusing or using. Some people are making profit out of this. Those tradesmen, and this is a really pity that out of public problems they are price rising, rise of prices, shortage of commodities. It's working everywhere, and it's not good. In fact, it's an act against God. Some people have hoarded material, and some people are charging, and they don't know that they also to die. खैर छोड़िए इन बातों को, हमेशा बोलना ठीक नहीं है. हम आगे चलते हैं, बात करते हैं. Let's move further. But my only request is please don't disturb me when I am talking to people. Very bad habit we have got, that we just talk to someone for sake of talking, and this is really bad. My intention to allow people to join my Facebook page only for interaction and not for some personal issues, some irrelevant issues they are involved with. Whatever personal life you are living, it's your choice. It's not my choice. What moral you have, it's your choice. But do not try to involve me. I am not there with you. If you are confined to that activity, if you are confined to learning something, I am with you. I may like to learn from your experience. You can learn from my experience. I am not very big person. I'm very small person. Lowest class person I am. I count my with. I have no standard at all. I am very poor. I am very small. But you are also very big. You can say I consider you big. So give me something in change. If you have some knowledge, you give me. I will receive that. But do not think that I am like you. You are also good. I am too. If you say no, you involve. You want to involve me in that activity which I'm not going to explain here, that is your choice. You check your mind, go to doctor, psychologist, and get your mind examined. Better for you. Don't waste your precious time of life. Everybody's time is precious. Everybody's precious. Everybody has time, short time. Better use this time. Many times I told you, I have put many videos on my page. These are all video relevant to not ordinary videos. These are knowledge videos. There are English learning videos. Translations are there. In start of this programs, I put small videos about 12 or 14 in number, 8 minutes, 12 minutes, up to 1 hour, which give you how to translate from Hindi to English. If you are interested, you can go there. If your kids are interested and they are not good in translation, you can view those videos. Maybe you get something. I'm not claiming anything. I will speak again on those videos because I know little English, not very good English. Some based on my schooling, I am not from English medium, but my teacher was good. My teacher in those days when I was a student were very good. I got lucky that I had that type of teacher. These days you won't find those type of teachers. He did not teach me or class because of money, but because of his ambition. He thought if you are good in English, you may get better life in overseas. When somebody has that intention, every heart is not bad, every mind is not bad. There were teachers who used to mold their students to good show, and their teachers now only are interested in, come on guy, come on child, come on to my home, I'll give you tuition. Means you have to learn, that's it. I talk to many kids these days, they know nothing, unfortunately. They know, my teacher did not tell me simple that. I am not very much educated in English, for your information. My English education was only up to 11th standard. I did not learn because my profile of education is engineering, diploma and degree, which fortunately were taught in engineering language, that is English. Not that structured English, but ordinary English. It was not mandatory to use grammar and translation everywhere or structure parts of his speech, but it is your personal interest. You can learn anything in life. If your personal interest, you can learn other subjects. Nobody stops you from learning. I ask many people why you do not know this. You are MA, you are this and that. I talk to many people when they call me sometimes. If they try to respond to me. Somebody called me from Bihar. I asked, what's your qualification? I am MA. So I was impressed. Okay, I am asking you something about, did you read Constitution? He was nervous. He was not happy with my question. No, 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 why are you asking this? And he was trying to deflect. No, no, I'm asking you because I am regarding you. You are educated. MA is also not small education. It's postgraduate degree. So you say you are in this, you are MA in this subject. You can read documents, right? Yes, you can read documents. You are educated one. He did not give any right answer, but he got convinced. I explained to him something. I asked him, what is constitution? He was not able to respond. Well, I asked him to explain to me what is this. He could not explain. Then I argued with him, and at some point he agreed with me. Yes, I should do that. I should know that. Means it was long discussion for about 20 minutes. And he agreed, okay, I'll do it now. What I say, I am not examining you, not at all. I am just trying to interact with you. And that's why I'm interested to talk to you. There is no other personal relation at all. I have nothing in my life to have any personal relation. I just want, if somebody benefits, fine, because I also got benefited from someone in learning. From many nationalities I got benefited, and they also got benefited by my experience. So it is that mutual relation, working relation, public relation that requires to be built up. Not necessarily we front with time, face to face. We can teach, I have seen when I search on Google, rubbish information is available, fake information is available, fabricated information is available. And facts are also available. You know what happened one day? A rumor was spread that we got freedom from British based on 99 years lease. Do you understand? There was a rumor last month. We got independence for 99 years. And when I was young, maybe 40 years back, when I was working in Delhi on some plan, one guy came here and was talking about this. ओ साहब तो 50 साल के लिए अब 50 साल पूरे होने वाले हैं, अभी ये चक्कर शुरू हो गया जी, वो वापस लेंगे हमसे. अब you see that what sort of people we are. I heard from this, someone told me, and someone, oh, I got this information from someone. Yesterday I got information. जरा बताना कोई और भी बीमारी आ गई है, सुना है एक और बीमारी आ गई है. क्या सुना? मैंने कहा, why are you unnecessarily spreading rumor? What do you mean बीमारी आ गई है? मेरे को तो पता नहीं लगा, मैं सारा दिन न्यूज देख रहा हूँ. I'm trying to see news from all sections, all countries. I'm not finding which new disease has come, and you are just spreading. Yes, there's disease, but that is not like this. In China, they have discovered that there's a disease called Hatta virus. It is something else. They know it. They know about that. It's not new. Just like swine, just like this, there is virus, which if you are subject to that impact comes to you, and that is through rodents, चूहे और कोई ऐसी चीज जो आपको काट जाए, that bites you, और उसका यूराइन जो आप टच में आ जाए, जैसे आपके बिस्तर में चूहा भाग जाए, बिल्ली भाग जाए, कुछ हो जाए, या वो काट जाए, उससे एक बीमारी पैदा होती है. यू आर सेइंग एक और बीमारी आ गई. वो जानते हैं उसको, वो उसको जानते हैं कि ऐसा होता है. इसमें नई बात क्या है फिर जब हम जानते हैं? मतलब एक पैनिक पहले ही है. यू ब्रिंग अनदर पैनिक जस्ट बिकॉज समबडी सेड. एंड दैट इज माय फाइट विद एवरीबॉडी, माय सिस्टर, माय whoever I meet. Educated you are. Why don't you seek complete information? Why? Because somebody said and you received and you transfer to somebody else. This is old style, village style. Not now. World is educated. And despite being educated, you cannot conduct properly. Then there is no meaning of education. I am asking you something because you are educated. Tell me from your God this information. Oh, no, somebody told me. No, not somebody told you. Check document. Which document it says, then tell me. Give me which document that says 99 years lease exist for our independence. I told that person, this is fake. So what is truth? Yes, you are right. You ask a question, what is truth? सत्य क्या है, इसकी खोज कीजिए. ये आपका काम है. आप नहीं कर सकते तो मैं बताता हूं आपको. I'll give you a link and you read that if you don't know this. And after 10-15 minutes I got that link because I had I had a soft copy of that in PDF. I didn't have, I searched again, got link, official website of law from British, and posted that. This is one did this. This is called India Independence Act 1947. And tell me, this is 22 pages. Tell me which section of this act mandates lease of 99 years. It's not mentioned here. No mandate as such. Just remember, they got proof from some Sanghi websites. There they have mentioned that. It's fabricating some page on British page. They fabricated some news on British logo and spread it, disseminated that. This happens here. I don't know purpose behind that. Means if you are just spreading a 99 lease or agreement here, lease is there for our independence. What's meaning of that? So such type of people are available. They are working like that without meaning. Okay, for example, I trust it is right. Does it have meaning? Whole word is a whole word full. Unfortunately, they know that no one shall question. And when you have belief that no one shall question, you write whatever you want. Right or wrong? And same applies to normally all citizens of this country. We do not read documents. Example, I give another one. You go to court. Any problem you have, you go to court. Everybody goes. You go to advocate. Then advocate, talk to advocate. Advocate asks you many questions for your case and you answer them. But when petition is ready or some order from court comes, you do not read that. Neither you understand petition nor you understand judgment. Whatever your lawyer says, oh, आप जीत गए आप, या वो जीत गई दूसरी पार्टी, and that's all. अजी हम जीत गए. What is that? आपने पढ़ा नहीं उसमें क्या लिखा है. जो पिटीशन आपने बनाया आपने वो भी नहीं पढ़ा. साइन कर दिया आपने. मैं साइन कर रहा हूं और मैं वेरीफाई भी कर रहा हूं. दो साइन आपने हर पेज पे कर दिए. हर पेज में मतलब एफिडेविट पे कर दिया और पेटिशन पे कर दिया, और हर पेज पे जो करते हैं साइड में साइन वो आपने कर दिए। पता नहीं आपने क्या साइन किया, आपको नहीं पता। आप हर तारीख पे जाते हैं, मुंह उठा के आ जाते हैं, जी अगली तारीख दे दी। आपको ये भी नहीं पता होता किया क्या है, फाइल में क्या लिखा है जज ने। वकील कुछ भी कह देगा आप मान लेंगे, वकील अपनी फाइल में नोट कर लेगा, अच्छा अच्छा आ जाना ये कागज ले आना, और साथ में मेरे इतने पैसे भी ले आना, उनका काम पूरा हो गया। आपको लास्ट तक नहीं पता कि एक्चुअली क्या हुआ है, बस क्योंकि आपने पढ़ा नहीं। अनपढ़ आदमी की तो मैं मान लेता हूँ, गांव का आदमी था या शहर का भी था तो अनपढ़ था, उस बेचारे को इंग्लिश नहीं आती, इसलिए जो वकील ने कह दिया मान लिया, और इसी का फायदा वकील उठाते हैं, जज भी उठाते हैं। अगर आप पढ़े होते, मैं सच बता रहा हूँ आपको, अच्छे पढ़े हुए भी नहीं पढ़ते, पता नहीं क्यों। आप नावल पढ़ लेंगे, आप कुछ और पढ़ लेंगे, लेकिन डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं पढ़ेंगे। यही भी एक बहुत बड़ी कमजोरी है, बहुत बड़ी कमजोरी है, जिससे हमसे इंफॉर्मेशन दूर चली जाती है। और ये हर प्रोफेशन के अंदर भी होता है, और हमारे प्रोफेशन खास तौर से इंजीनियर्स, और हम जैसे इंजीनियर्स जो सिविल के हैं या मैकेनिकल के हैं या दूसरे हैं, उनकी एक बड़ी गंदी आदत है ना, 95% लोगों की, वो डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं पढ़ते। पढ़ने चाहिए लेकिन नहीं पढ़ते। देखेंगे यार, बाद में देखेंगे, क्योंकि डॉक्यूमेंट पढ़ने में तपस्या करनी पड़ती, कंसंट्रेशन करनी पड़ती, इट टेक्स योर एनर्जी, आपको नींद आ गई, हाँ यार 25 पेज का डॉक्यूमेंट था यार, कल पढ़े, 2 पेज पढ़ लिया बहुत है। कोई कोई डॉक्यूमेंट 100 पेज के भी होते हैं। स्पेसिफिकेशन कितनी होती है यार, आप जानते हैं हमारे यहाँ बहुत मोटे मोटे कागज होते हैं स्पेसिफिकेशन, स्पेसिफिकेशंस टेक्निकल होती है कंप्लीट। जब जरूरत पड़ेगी पढ़ लेंगे, चलता है ऐसे, काम चल रहा है चलने दो। ये प्रॉब्लम है, मैं अपनी नहीं सबकी बता रहा हूं। दिस इज रियल प्रॉब्लम वेयर वी लैक। घूम लेंगे, फिर लेंगे, शोर मचा लेंगे, क्लब चले जाएंगे, लड़कियों के साथ घूम लेंगे, लड़कों के साथ घूम लेंगे, सब कुछ कर लेंगे, डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं पढ़ेंगे तो क्या होगा। हाँ, जब आप बहुत जूता कोई मार जाएगा, आपको आपको तमाचा पड़ जाएगा प्रोफेशन में, आप सस्पेंड हो जाएंगे, तब आंख खुलेगी, यार मैंने पढ़ा नहीं था, ये पॉइंट मेरे से रह गया था। वो जब पढ़ेंगे नहीं तो आप एक्शन लेने लेंगे और आप फंस जाएंगे। बेटर suggestion is get complete information. Don't depend upon hearsay. Otherwise, you are not an intellectual, you are not a professional. It's also a part of life. If these people had known before all world leaders what would happen, they would listen to people. This problem would not crop up to this scale, believe me. This won't crop up to this scale. If we had taken action 2 months back, and America had taken action 2 months back, Italy had taken action 2 months back, this would not have happened. Our contribution is there absolutely for Corona to rise. We made Corona powerful because it was not that powerful. We made it powerful because of our stupidity all over the world. We are hiding something. We are not trying to tell people what facts are, and we suffer. Well, no problem. What has happened has happened. But for future, we should be ready to face. We should be ready to face everything. We should be ready to face struggles. We should drive less. We should pollute less. Can we? We shall not. They are thinking of electric cars. They are thinking, very nice thing, all over the world they are thinking. And particularly Europe, they are thinking electric car production. But where shall you charge? On where you cannot charge. There's no infrastructure of charging. Such types of problems. And they charge, means that's electricity that would charge the battery would be from same electrical supply. So what's purpose? They say, no, we'll still get benefit. Okay, fine, no problem. This corona has captured topmost people as well as bottom people. Beauty of this corona is that Charles, King Charles of UK, Prime Minister of Canada, and many people from Senate of US and German and many more, all have been arrested by this beautiful rubber. So, world is in drain actually. New York, all cities, others, and Italy, France, they have surrendered, collapsed. Italy and France clearly saying we have collapsed. At least they are saying they are to that extent genuine. They are not hiding. But if those people who hide these facts, they are criminals, I call them criminals. In this situation, you should not hide. If you hide, you are working against public. If you hide something, you should accept your mistake and correct it. Correct it very promptly, not simply I'll take time. This is not time to sleep. When there's a problem, we should be ready to accept that. We should face it, and we are facing it. But it is late, of course. When China met this problem, that time, that time we should have alerted ourselves. We did not alert. Jokes were there. America was joking. Still they are joking. They are still joking, taunting. You taunt whatever you want to taunt. China, taunt something you can't solve. Taunting shall not solve this problem. We are taunting. Shame onto such thought. And we are too late. Bharat, too late and failed. If our people are still walking on road, it's a failure, complete failure. You have left crores of people on road. They have not reached, they are walking. They are walking. They shall become sick. Whose fault is that? It's my fault, your fault. Means we decide something haphazardly, without any homework, without any preparation, because we neither could past see nor foresee. We did not watch back see and foresee. Why? If I take some decision, it is my duty to review my works on which I am taking decision, that what decision should be. But I did not check that. I just decided, announced. You are announcing without knowing facts because you want to shut people's mouth. You did that. But what's the fault of those people? Tell me. Their fault is they are poor. Their fault is that they were in some other state to work. Was this their fault? You did not manage them properly. You did not allow trains, buses for them. Why? Shame onto such management, whosoever management is there. They cannot think for people. You have to facilitate everyone. Don't simply say everything is in control. It's not in control. 30 crore people, let us say, and there's no estimate actually. It's reference that 30 crore, maybe 25 crores. Suppose 10% of those due to walking or so get ill. The 3 crores people will be ill because of walking, because of hunger, because of dehydration. Is that right? Even now they have not arranged anything. There is some facility for them to reach home maybe for 5 hours, 4 hours. They will arrange something. Why do you accept them walk and police on way? They are obstructing their walk. Where should they go? I don't understand minds of our society. You support them. As soon as possible, you make them reach home. That should be your action. But they are walking And Kejriwal says everything is under control. On NCR border, go and see how many people are stranded. We are not here to keep you happy or keep us happy. We are here to solve problems. If we do not solve, we are not working. You may say into news whatever you are saying doesn't make a difference if problems do exist. World is world. I know, you know. Problems are everywhere. Israel nonsense, you see, still they are beating innocent people of Palestine. They are not human beings. I don't know what Israel is doing. You appreciate Israel, but what? It's a criminal country. They dumped a person on border and left. This is treatment. Maybe they are your enemy. Okay, they are your enemy. But in this situation, are they your enemy? 1 lakh, 1 lakh workers from Palestine every day go to Israel for construction industry. Every day they take visa, go and come back. And these Israeli people, Israeli military beating them all the time without any problem, without any question, without any illegality. And these people say, if we don't go there, we go there because we get some higher money, some higher salary. You throw a person who was a patient of corona and dump on border and leave that. Does it mean that? Means for you at that time that person is nothing, and you are keeping them in jail without any cause, just forcing them to go to jail and stay there to be exposed to corona. What sort of country you are, Israel? Netanyahu? Are you human being or no? Okay, Hitler abused you, they killed you, but why you are killing Palestine? You have problem with Palestine, that's political problem. That's some what problem you have with citizen? They come to your country to help you construct your houses, and you are beating them. Is this human? Your revenge of Hitler you are taking with from these poor people. This is service of God. This is your Judaism. No. Doesn't say that. You are not a human being. Your political fight is different. Why are you killing these people? You are snatching their lands. You are demolishing their homes. You are shooting their children. For what? Yes. Devils are still staying in this world. This is devil act. Just for keeping your public happy, you kill them and say, yeah, terrorists they are. What terrorism they are doing? If they are terrorists, why you are using them for your industry? And without their service, you cannot move. And you are calling them terrorists. What you are? If you are killing innocent persons, are you not terrorists? I don't understand this world mentality. Go and kill Hitler again. Why you are killing them? They are having different religion, but in work, religion doesn't work. In work, hard work works, mind works, physics works. If you sit and consider religion, then Gulf cannot progress, never could progress. Are Hindus not working in Gulf? Are Christians not working in Gulf or other countries? All are there. They are not considering at work time you are Muslim or you Hindu or Christian. All are working and making your houses, your offices, your infrastructure. Then they are human beings. You call them labor, okay, they are labor. At that time, they are not those your enemies. At that time, they are not your enemies because they are contributing to your economy. But otherwise, you kill them. This is another kind of corona, I am telling you. Such conduct. And it's not happening, it's happening in Syria, it's happening in Palestine, it's happening in Yemen, it happened in Hong Kong, and everything is moving somewhere here and there. So I think God is starting now. God is starting to finish whole world, and this is the result. Corona is an atom bomb for all. It's a weapon to act against humanity. You had already said yesterday. Corona is against humanity. We all are affected. Yes, that's right. We all are affected. It's teaching everyone that you are human, live as human, or I don't allow to live you. This is Corona King statement. It's Corona is king nowadays because no one can defeat it. It has taken your mental territory. It has taken your physical territory. It has taken over your minds. Scientists haven't answered yet. What is its remedy? So, till now, Corona is winning. We must consider that way. Until we defeat Corona, Corona has taken our regime, has thrown everybody, go and sleep inside, don't come out or I kill you. It's not a joke, it's a fact. Corona is winning because of our you can say delaying tactics or ignoring tactics all over. I'm not blaming anyone because everybody is responsible for this. Pollution issue, it is related to pollution. It is related to weather. It's related to everything. But we are blaming one country. It could start from your country also. It could start from USA also. How do you say it can start from anywhere? So why do you blame someone without having any scientific basis? Just blame some. Okay, you keep on blaming. I'm not advocate of some country, but I'm saying do not act in a way which is not correct. Had Trump listened to scientists, to doctors, to consultants, he would have taken action in time, but he did not listen because he knows science. He himself said, I know corona. He said, God has given me potential that I could understand what this disease is. So, corona is understood by Trump. And he has declared also yesterday, within 2 weeks, it will go away and open my economy. So, such great people are available in whole world. You are big Trump. Indeed, you are rich. Indeed, you are superpower. Indeed, but it is virtual. You failed to control your country. You could not anticipate. This is exclusively your responsibility because you did not listen to anybody. You did not listen to your government, your senate, your scientists, your doctors, your advisors. You ignored everybody. So it's your responsibility, not US responsibility. You pushed US into a dark area and now you're crying foul. This will not work. You keep saying anything. I know America is different. Everybody knows. We are 130 crore. They are maybe 25 crore. 1/6 or 1/5, whatever it is. You are spread all over there and you are not congested residents. I know that. Everybody knows that. Yet problem has come to you a more powerful scale than we have still. You are having more powerful attack. Despite your people are not congested, your cities are not congested. Reasons for that there be temperature reason, humidity reason, or some other reason. Still we are not having that much attack till now. But now it is started. Now it is started. First center was China. Second was Italy. And now is US according to UN announcement. Still we are not considered center, we are safe. But we may be one day. That is why actions are being taken. Of course, these are late actions, these are belated yet better than never. And our public is cooperating also, except with political lapses. We may be having differences of religions. We may have 90-80% people are united, except those idiots who cannot understand value of this time. 85% people are still sensible. They are sensible. I appreciate that. We are not that bad a society. Yes, politically we are different. Religiously we are different. Yet there is some integrity. There is some integrity. But I don't accept any politicians this time. It is shameful that politicians are not disposing their job they should have done. And well, I don't want to bring politics into this because politics is very small if you compare this problem. Doctors are doing their job, nurses are doing their job, so they don't have complete equipment with them. Still, they are risking, and this is what is required. They are working for humanity, not for themselves. They are working for humanity, really. And those people who looted this country, what about them? They are boasting only, announcing only. Well, we'll talk it later on. But something is implemented, affected on grounds, and we'll see how it works, how it converts. One day, certainly, world will get rid of this. But now we are at peak or near peak. We are going to repeat that. Therefore, we should be serious. Jokes are not important. Seriousness is important. Happiness shall come later on. It's not time to be happy, not at all, because everybody's in problem. It's not exclusive, this inclusive problem for everybody. Who dies, who doesn't dies, that is different, but nobody knows future. And nobody expected the such type of general environment, whole world we would see. Till 1 year back, nobody could anticipate that. We're all jumping, our economy is this and that. All that has collapsed. All economies have collapsed. Every country is announcing this is our budget for this is our budget for this. And that's fine. This is our budget for that. That's nice. This means all economies would change, all will be affected. Nature of people shall be affected. Thinking and school of thought shall be affected because you have to think for future now. And people are out of employment, companies have closed, factories have closed because world is going to stand. Already 40% of world is locked. Others are not locked because of some of the reasons. They have their own reasons. But if India is locked, Bharat is locked, and China is locked, it means 1/3 population is already locked. And few other countries, Gulf is locked. Major part of Middle East is locked. Part of America is locked. England is lost. So all these around 40% of, you would say 3 billion people are already locked down. So it's major action, major point this corona has done. 40% locked means corona has passed. Test pass marks are 35% to 40%. So 40% marks corona has already achieved, but we have to fail it. We have to give negative marking to corona, only then it can turn away. We have to declare it fail, only then we can be successful. And that is what is expected of whole world. Now talking of one country is no meaning in this environment because whole world is one country. We may say, but one has to depend upon others. G20 happened yesterday. I don't know what I didn't read that news, but that I know G20 is not the sensible people. All world leaders were there, including our, and there must be some sensible discussion how to handle this, how not to handle this. And that must be positive, I think. It's not negative. In this situation, negative meaning nothing. So they were responsible people, rich people, Gulf people, and other people, America maybe, England may be there, China may be there, and all that. And our, not as a part of the, just visiting test, you can say. So, but they won't be able to do anything. There's no special treatment you can apply now except precautionary measure option. They are adopting precautionary measure onward, and that's fine. But that is temporary, ad hoc. It's not conclusive because we cannot reach any conclusion at this time because we don't have information about it. We don't have scientific reason how it's happening. Unearthed, it's not unearthed, it's still hidden. So we should be smart enough to keep ourselves mature and be busy. Again, I'm telling, it's suggestion, it's an advice, it's an appeal, and particularly those who are youth, because youth is half matured, half immature, half constant, half disturbing, in turbulence always, in nervous state. They go to use their energy to whatever direction, and that leads to bad actions. Keep yourself confined to knowledge. Try to learn something rather than wasting your time and others' time. I posted also, please do not call unnecessarily. If you have some specific requirement, call, because you disturb other person. What happens, whole day now I'm taking many hours for posting in morning and evening, and when I post something, a call comes. I cannot, my posting stops because this call stops your work. I just talk to that person, connection is not available. My chance if I get someone, there is no meaning of call. Helping like this foolish. What you want? Tell me, please. No, nothing. Somebody like this. I don't understand. Someone like this. What is this? I don't know meaning of this. Ask people foolish. Who am I to do like this? If you want something, me to tell you, tell me. Or I am asking something, you answer. And I have seen one more thing. If I start talking about national issues, they run away. Get rid of that. So that's my solution. If I ask them something about our national issues, they completely jump off. Means they are interested in something which I'm not interested in. I don't mind that. You have that interest, fine. I'm not objecting to that. But don't think I am also from same home. I want to share knowledge with you. Share it. Or why you're calling me? What's your purpose? Or somebody calls again if one call is disconnected. He calls again and again. I feel upset and my work stops. They don't realize this fact. Means you are loading Facebook for nothing. Facebook says we have started in 3 days, 4 days, double load. Yeah, there are people are working from home now. Just try to understand. They are not in offices. They are working from remote controls. So they have already added load onto themselves by their own people. And I have seen the sites are not opening, taking a lot of time, and then server is not available. Answer is coming that. So why you are unnecessarily poking in when there is already load? Try to understand this point. Some people may be working very important item of their business or some other. Maybe I am writing something very important, but I am stopped by you for nothing. And it's for all, not our people I am blaming, it's all. I have many calls coming from Far East, coming from West, coming from other. Just coming, calling again. This is nonsense. If you are so interested, send a message. This is my problem. Write on postbook, write on Facebook. Why don't you write? Why only do you want to talk? Right? This is my problem. I want solution. Somebody will answer you. This is profession. This is way of writing. But just because you want to talk and call, and I'm not interested to answer, we are actually fighting indirectly. We actually fight. I don't want to answer, and you're calling again, again, again. Is that right? No, it's not right. Better have sense. If by chance connection is available, fine, thank you, I can answer. You can answer, talk to each other for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. But you don't expect to talk to for half an hour for nothing, just to hello, 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 how do you do, क्या कर रहे हैं आप, कैसे, कहाँ से हैं आप? एक तो क्वेश्चन आता है आप कहाँ से हैं? अब बताइए इसमें क्या क्वेश्चन है? आप मेरे फेसबुक पे हैं, ठीक है, आपने मुझसे बात की, कहाँ से हो जी? टेलीफोन आते हैं, छोड़ो उसको। कहाँ से हो जी? कहाँ से को क्या मतलब है? मैं भारत से हूँ भाई। नहीं नहीं, कहाँ रहते हो भारत में? क्यों भाई, आपको क्या लेना है? आपको मैं कहाँ रहता हूँ उससे क्या लेना है? आपको मुझसे मिलना है तो बात करो, तब तो आप जानना चाहो मैं कहाँ रहता हूँ। तो लिखा है मेरे पेज पे, पढ़ लो यार। पढ़ना नहीं आता? मेरे जब पेज पे लिखा है मैं कहाँ रहता हूँ तो आप मुझसे क्यों पूछ रहे हैं? इन बातों से मुझे इरिटेशन होती है। या तो आप अनपढ़ गंवार हैं, आपको पढ़ना नहीं आता, तो मुझसे गाल क्यों कर रहे हो? कहने का मतलब ये है कि आपके पास आज इतना समय है, ये आप खराब कर रहे हैं समय। मैं आपका ना दुश्मन हूं, लेकिन मैं चाहता हूं आप इस तरह ना करें। क्वेश्चन करना है तो बात करें, नहीं तो बेकार में अपना भी समय खराब कर रहे हैं और मीडिया को भी खराब कर रहे हैं और मेरा समय भी खराब कर रहे हैं। आप भी टेलीविजन चैनल वाले बन गए हैं, बिना बात के फोन करो। पैसे नहीं लग रहे हैं ना आपके? हाँ, पैसे लगते तो देखता मैं कितने फोन आते थे। मोबाइल पे फोन कर रहे हो रात को 2 बजे, हाँ जी मेरे घर आना, मैं वो बोल रहा हूँ। मैं भी आपके घर क्यों आऊँ? मैं क्या मतलब है आने का? कहने का थोड़ी सेंस होनी चाहिए। अपना समय इस्तेमाल करो, दोबारा नहीं आएगा ये समय, जिंदा रहेगा तो। अपनी नॉलेज बढ़ा लो, काम आएगी आपके ऑफिस में। अपग्रेड कर लो अपनी नॉलेज को, जिस फील्ड में उसे की कर लो, बाकी मत करो। समय नहीं मिलता, भूल गए होंगे आप बहुत कुछ पढ़ने के बाद, उसको रिफ्रेश कर लो। यही होता है और क्या होता है। मेरे साथ जो खराब, आपने आधे घंटे ट्राई किया होगा, मेरा फिर मिला तो आपने कोई बात भी नहीं की। आपको आधा घंटा भी गया और मेरा भी क्या खराब किया, और आपको नॉलेज नहीं मिली, मुझे कोई नॉलेज नहीं मिली। मैंने बंद कर दिया, उससे मैं भाड़ में जा, और क्या करूंगा मैं? और भाई आपकी जहां तक अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ की बात है, वो आप जानिए, आपका काम जानिए, मुझे उससे कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है। मैं तो आपका एक तरह से विशर हूँ, गुड विशर हूँ। आपको चाहता हूँ, मुझसे कुछ मिल सकता है तो मिल जाए, नहीं तो कोई बात नहीं है। ना तो मुझे प्रॉब्लम है ना आपको प्रॉब्लम है। जैसे आप हैं ऐसा मैं हूँ। लेकिन मैं कंस्ट्रक्शन में विश्वास रखता हूँ, कोई चीज बन जाए मैं उसमें विश्वास रखता हूँ। मैं डिस्ट्रक्शन को बिलीव नहीं करता हूँ। मैं नहीं चाहता बनी चीज को तोड़ दिया जाए। आप कभी देखें, आप कोई आर्ट्स वर्क बनाते हैं, कोई ऐसी चीज बनाते हैं जिसके अंदर आपकी पूरी इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो, कंप्लीट डिवोशन हो, जिसके अंदर डेडिकेशन हो, आपने इसमें टाइम किया हो, चित्र मान लो, कोई आपने फिगर बनाई, चित्र बनाया, कुछ भी लिखा आपने, आपको उससे बहुत प्यार हो जाता है। उसमें जरा सी भी गलती कोई कर दे या काट के एक पाँच को फेंक देना, आपका पेज खराब हो जाए, बहुत दुख हुआ कि यार मैंने इतनी मुश्किल से लिखा था, इतनी मेहनत की थी, ये खराब हो गया, अब दोबारा लिखना पड़ेगा। कितना बड़ा फील करते हैं, हालांकि आपको कुछ गया नहीं उसमें, आपने मेहनत की थी, वो मेहनत थोड़ी खराब हो गई, उसको आप फिर दोबारा लिखना, यही होगा और क्या होगा, और कोई रास्ता नहीं है। लेकिन आपको फील तो होता है ना। इसीलिए हर आदमी को फील होता है जिसका आप नुकसान करते हैं। एक मेरा खामखा मैं अच्छे वाला सोच रहा था, इस पॉइंट पे लिख रहा था, इसने मुझे डिस्टर्ब करके आ गया, और अब मैं दोबारा सोचूंगा नहीं क्या लिखना था। ये थोड़ा सा बदलो। राइटिंग इसलिए की जाती है कि दूसरा डिस्टर्ब ना हो। अब कोई बोलता है बात करो टेलीफोन पे, नहीं भाई मुझे मेल भेजनी है तो भेज दो, मेरे को समझ नहीं आता, तो आपकी बात समझ नहीं आती, मैं बात नहीं छोड़, मतलब हम बस टेलीफोन पे बात करना चाहते हैं, आप सिर्फ टेलीफोन को भी आप ओवरलोड कर देते हैं, तो टेलीफोन भी ओवरलोड हो गया। टेलीफोन आप कीजिए, लेकिन पहले मैसेज तो भेज दीजिए। आप टेलीफोन पे मैं नहीं समझ सकता आपकी बारीकियां, आप एक्सप्लेन करने की पावर आप पे नहीं है, और ना मेरे में समझने की पावर है। आप कुछ बोलेंगे मेरे को समझ नहीं आएगा आपने क्या बोला है, तो फायदा क्या उसका? लिख के भेजो, आपकी राइटिंग की स्किल होगी, और मुझे चाहे आपकी इंग्लिश ब्रोकन ही सही, चलो मान लिया ब्रोकन इंग्लिश है, तो ब्रोकन ही भेज दो, ऐसे में हम कर लेंगे उसको। आप जब बात करेंगे समझ आ जाएगा भाई आपने ये चाहता है, पॉइंट्स तो समझ आ गए ना। ये होता है और कुछ नहीं होता है। और बाकी हमसे कोई लेना देना नहीं, आपको ना हमें आपसे लेना, आपको हमसे लेना है। ये दोस्ती मित्रता नहीं है, याद रख लेना। ये फ्रेंडशिप फेसबुक की है, फेसबुक की फ्रेंडशिप है, ये रियल फ्रेंडशिप नहीं है। रियल फ्रेंडशिप कुछ और होती है। ए फ्रेंड इन नीड इज ए फ्रेंड इन डीड। वो होती है फ्रेंडशिप। है क्या ये? बिल्कुल नहीं है। ये वर्चुअल फ्रेंडशिप है, ये काल्पनिक फ्रेंडशिप है, जहां मैसेज ट्रांसफर होते हैं, बस। इससे ज्यादा कुछ, हाँ आपको आगे बढ़ाना है, कुछ और करना है, वो अलग बात है। उसके लिए फिर आपको आगे बढ़ना पड़ता है, रिस्क लेनी पड़ती है। बहुत से केस हुए वो फेसबुक पे दोस्त बने या कहीं और दोस्त बने और फिर मैट्रिमोनियल हो गया, वो ठीक है, उनकी मर्जी है, वो अलग बात है। लेकिन मैसेज के बाद बात खत्म, हमने बात की, बात खत्म हो गई है। ठीक है, हमें इतना पता है भी ये आदमी बात करता है हमसे, हम इससे बात पास आ रहे हैं। कितने परसेंट किससे मिलते होंगे? मुश्किल से 0.001% मिलते होंगे। आ जाता है फोटो देगा, अजी देखो हम फेसबुक पे दोस्त थे, अब हम आपस में मिलते हैं, हम रियल फ्रेंडशिप हो। ओके, आप ट्रांसफॉर्म कर दीजिए, कौन रोक रहा है? कितनों से करेंगे बताइए आप? एक से, दो से, सबसे कर लेंगे? ये एक वर्चुअल वर्ड है। जैसे आप सर्च कर रहे हैं, कोई इंफॉर्मेशन मिल गई, वो भी रियल इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, वो एक वर्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन है। फिर आपको वो कंफर्म भी करनी पड़ेगी कि ठीक है कि नहीं है, ये कहाँ मिलती है। एक रेफरेंस है, एक रेफरेंस दे रहे हैं भाई, हमारे पास ये देख लीजिए आप इसको। गलत भी तो होती है, बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन गलत है। ऐसी ऐसी इंफॉर्मेशन, इसका कोई सर पैर नहीं है, वो दी है इंफॉर्मेशन। Now, this is your duty, your responsibility to identify that, ensure that this is right. Have a verification of that. That's your responsibility. You cannot depend upon that. Yes, you know that something is available. It's your job to understand that. That's where this medium can help you. Otherwise, this can't help you. This waste of time. This only reason I'm trying to put something on this media, and I'm not very happy actually to be saying what I experienced, though I started only last year in 2019, February something, to speed up this. Before that I was not very active. I was active on some other engineering website, but not on this. So because that website doesn't allow these video talks and long videos, and this allows something, YouTube or Facebook. So I thought best to transfer messages on these websites so that people who do not have any interest in writing or reading, which is very common now, they get some interest. I posted many writings, and I found that people are not respond, they don't respond. Means reading is also a problem for some. Right? Forget writing cannot be done by all. It can be done, maybe 2-3% people can do that, otherwise 95%, 96% people are having no writing caliber now. Before we had, when there were no computers, generally people used to write, but now writing management has gone. It's only verbatism, it's only verb speaking management, and that is also not correct, because thinking is also required. When you write something, you can concentrate, remember. So I'm just trying to tell you how it is managed. This is a part of education. When you write something by your own, or even you copy something, you concentrate somewhere on some page or on some paragraph, copy it and write, and then you write in your mind actually. If you write with full concentration, and that is like a temporary program in your mind, which you can memorize, and maybe you don't use it again, and in 24 hours this washed off, and again, so what I thought is wrote, so you forget that, so you again open that page and oh yeah, that's right. So one way, two way, three times, four times, it becomes like a temporary program in your mind, application in your mind, so you use it in future. That is purpose of writing. Because if you read a book, you say, yes, I understood this, and then keep it close and don't use it for 2 days. You will forget actually what you read in the book. You have to go again and see page, then you open page, oh yes, again that opens sale. This is what it happens. And this is a fact. By experience, I'm telling you, this is a fact. Your mind is hungry. It should be hungry. If it's not hungry, it's not mind is stone, it's a dust, nothing. If a mind is not hungry. I know it's not hungry. It's hungry. Why do you see film? Why do you cereals? You receive them very well because you feel pleasure. You feel happiness there, momentarily happiness. This means your mind is also fertile. It's evidence. If you are successfully watching a film and you're feeling happy, this means your mind works. But it's up to you. You want to use it or you don't want to use it. Life is like that. In your job, you work, you use your mind, you don't waste it because you are forced there. If you don't do that, you won't be paid, you will be kicked out. There, you are bound to do. But in your life, it's your authority. I do or sleep, I rest or work. Now you are working from home. For that purpose, you are bound to work. If you don't work, you won't be paid. But other than that, it's up to you. So decide. Already 2 days have gone, and maybe you have to wait for another 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, possibly 6 weeks. You can use it. Take my advice. Learn something or teach your kids if you cannot do something for yourself. They also look at your face. My father, my mother can teach me, and they have a right for that. But you won't be able to reach them because you either you don't have knowledge or you have to read that book first before teaching. Every professor does it. So you don't want to read that, and you annoy yourself and your kid. Well, I'm not just trying to advise my mind. If you can do this, do this. I don't waste time. This is my habit. Means my you can say it's my chronic habit. When I was young, I used to make sketches by watching something or scaling up. My habit was to scale up. Scale, you understand? Say this is a photograph. I measure size of that. This is size of this photograph, and I want to enlarge it. Say 9 times, or 16 times, or 25 times. I was habitual of that. People used to call it painting art. No, I used it in a different way, not by just like painters do or artists do, but different way, mathematical way. Okay, I measure my photo, for example, this 5 cm or 4 cm, whatever size, multiplied by 5 this axis and 5 that axis. So it's enlarged to 25 times, or it enlarged to whatever times. Then making graph on that photograph and graph on my page, measuring this, and it takes time, but I plot that manually, plotted that. There was no digital world that time. I produce many such portraits of gods, buildings, public, like my photo, my mother's photo, my father's photo, just happy to pass time because my mind was there to just create something, and using pencil only or pencil color. So your summer time of 2 months, 1 month used in this way, you could create some photos. So this, at least I got nothing out of that, no money, but my habit changed. Concentration changed. This increases your concentration power, which you name yoga. This is yoga. Your mind is busy on that point. This means your energy is reaching your mind to grasp that point, and then you think of that. If you're concentrating for 3 4 hours, of course, your eyes will strain, but you are immersing yourself into that point, that object, and you come out with powerful mind. Then you say, oh, I've done this, I've transformed this. You feel happy, and others watch that and comment on that. You feel happy that time also. Say, people appreciate my work, and indirectly you're learning. Your drawing habit is improved, your measurement habit is improved, your graphing habit is improved, your work speaks. Then I I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying that you do that. Don't do that. But you have to improve your working, your mental status, and this helps you then in your profession. You can concentrate on something. Problem is concentration. आप एक जगह नहीं बैठ के काम कर सकते, आप उछलते हैं या बैठते हैं, जरा चल के आते हैं, घूम के आते हैं, आप घूमते ही रह जाएंगे, चलते ही रह जाएंगे, कुछ पा नहीं पाएंगे। बातों की बातों से खाना है या ईमानदारी से मेहनत से खाना है, आपको डिसाइड करना है। कुछ लोग बातें ही करते रहते हैं, रिजल्ट कुछ नहीं, और कुछ लोग काम ही करते रहते हैं, बातें कुछ नहीं, और कुछ लोग बीच में हैं, काम भी कर लिया, कुछ बातें भी कर ली, मॉडरेट कहते हैं जिन्हें। या तो आप इंटेलेक्चुअल बनिए, वो आप कंसंट्रेशन से बनेंगे, अपने आप नहीं बन सकते। जो कंसंट्रेशन नहीं कर सकता, केंद्रीयकरण नहीं कर सकता, क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में, जो भी बोलते हैं, जो अपने विचारों को एक जगह काफी देर तक नहीं रख सकता, वो सोच नहीं सकता। याद रख लेना, इफ यू वांट टू multiply your thinking power, you have to concentrate on your subject or whatever subject. For hours together, you have to concentrate. What scientists do? Concentrate for hours and hours and hours. Every minute they don't go to take tea. They don't, sometimes they forget that tea is there and it gets cold. If my shirt is torn, if my pant is torn, mind does not go to that torn location. It doesn't care for that. Busy, mind busy. I forget sometimes what I thought 1 minute back. I am facing this problem. I decide something, I do this, and just I'm busy in something, I forget that. Again I say, oh yeah, I was thought that. It's changing my mind. It's not because mind is not working, it's because I broke sequence. Either immediately I do that. If I think something, I do that, that's fine. But by chance I start another activity, I forget that. But when I remember, I just thought, I go back and do it. So it's like that. You may say, कुछ भी आप बोलिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं मुझे, लेकिन what I am finding, observing how mind works, it's much different than what you think of. Mind can be used enormously if you want, and it can be abused enormously if you want. It's same mind that creates nuclear bomb, and it is same mind that works in mathematics. It is same mind that thinks negatively and positively both. So better use energy in the best way so that you can lift yourself mentally, not physically I'm talking. You can have power to write, to think, to do, and teach, and produce. These powers, if you have, you cannot measure this power with any degree or diploma, because that is very limited. Value of diploma or degrees or doctorate is very limited. It's not enormous. You may be doctorate in some field, very nice, but that is limited, because you did not do anything original there. You did something with reference. You did not generate anything except you acted on guide of someone and then developed your mind how to do something, how to generate new ideas, how to generate new theories. That's what you learned. That is called critical thinking. You are taught critical thinking procedures. Think yourself and do it. Yes, we will guide you when you are falling or you make mistakes. We'll explain to you why did you miss, what mistake, and then you have to explain why did you use this procedure. What was best of it? Was there no other alternative? If it was there, why did you not elect that route? All these questions and answers are required in your advanced learning. and that is called profession. When we say profession, it is something different. It's not money making, but entering into your field into much depth where you have to do complete research and learn more by yourself for yourself, and that is called profession. Otherwise, there's no profession. Profession means every person who is in a religion, any religion, whatever religion, they have in-depth knowledge of that religion. That's why they are called professors of this religion. Similarly, our educational professors, they must have deep knowledge. Otherwise, you cannot give answer to every problem. But they are also stuck to degrees only. That's unfortunate that we measure level of professors by this degree or this degree or this degree. That is our mind, but I don't value that because mind has no limit. Mind has no limit. Mind can be zero and mind can be whatever value. So I am trying to say, don't waste your mind for 1 month. Use it. Maybe you fall sick for 2 days when you use it because you are not habitual to use it, but it will come out. So better, if you are interested, I have put many videos on my page, my Facebook. These are available in many subjects. These are English translation. This is about economy. This is about management. This is about construction, about politics, constitution. So many are there. Numbers, applied numbers. If you read, if you read, you will understand yourself. I can't explain you now, but these are many, and I thought this is my contribution to world. That I thought. It's up to you to whatever value you give or don't give any value. It's up to you. I'm not demanding anything from you that you value it or don't value it. I leave it to you to use it or don't use it. Up to you. More than this I cannot do. And I started with only few minutes. 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, continued because I did not know that Facebook can take live. Before I tried on my own and then uploaded, and I faced problems in upload, which means it takes a lot of time and depends upon what how many signals you're getting. So uploading takes more time than live, and that's the only reason I then decided to go live. But I'm not ready. I'm not. But whatever is right or wrong, I speak and try to give us as much as writing as possible on video text. I have tried best, and I'm finding that's useful. If you just write some text messages or some URLs on video tags, there's a chance that you can write up to 8,000 words on Facebook and only 5,000 on YouTube. So 8,000 word if you write on page, it's not small amount, 8,000 word, because you can write more than 10 pages on that video text, and you can write URLs of other previous videos or references you want. So that way it is academical, you can say. Facebook video making is a kind of academic work. It's kind of your own class, your own university, your own page. You can use it for social service, or maybe you don't get result, no problem if I don't get result, but it is on record. Maybe even if one man reads that, that man will benefit. So you try yourself. You are all educated, or even if you are not educated, you can use your own language and express your mind. People are doing that. Many people, many ordinary citizens are working on videos on YouTube. Particularly Facebook is not being used that much, but Facebook is available, and if you want to use that, try. Don't shy. Whatever you know first, and it can be, say, beneficial to society or to humanity. Maybe your message goes to US or Canada, because it's not public. If it's not for yourself only or your friends, then whosoever can read it. And maybe that person gets some benefit. Try it. Your subject, your field, general knowledge. And I would say, being if you're Indian, Bharatvasi, this is time that you learn about our country. This is very important time from that viewpoint. Because 95% to 98% people are unaware about our systems. And I am interested that I'm also not completely aware, but you should know something to know much more. Why do you live your life rights to others? Why you should depend that you have to go to advocate or to some other consultant for every advice? Why don't you try to take your own, by your own, all this information? Why not? What's the purpose of your education? If you cannot use your education, you have to run every time to some law consultant to know about what law it is, in this connection, what is law. You may say, I'm not a lawyer. Yes, you are not lawyer and I'm also not lawyer. But why do you expect a lawyer should help you? And what is his specialty in being a lawyer? No specialty. But he's a lawyer. He passed LLB, became a lawyer. You have also passed something, some degree or post degree, something you have. What is that? Is that not knowledge? Yes, that is knowledge, that you can get more knowledge because of that. That's why I'm saying we should think this way. And our society, if you want to go up, this is an only way to get more and more confidence. Confidence building of your own is very important. Don't shy in writing. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry about punctuations. Don't worry about translation, grammar, parts of speech. But write and speak. Try to explain and read explanations to improve your skills. This is a part of skills development. Easy to say we are developing skills, but we are not developing anything. In fact, we are not doing anything. Only announcements. How many persons you have met who developed their skills? Did you ever meet any person? And if you meet or have met, did you talk to that person? What did that person learn by skill development program? I am sure you shall be disappointed, because scheme won't tell you anything. Teacher would teach you, not scheme. There is installation of scheme, is an aggregated scheme, but there is no solid program. So what's the purpose of scheme? There's no experienced teacher on that, instructor on that. What's the purpose of scheme? No purpose at all. If a scheme is not made active, there's no meaning of scheme. It's just the room, skill development office. That's it. Just to show people that we have no action, no activation. So that is all rubbish. Again, you would say I will criticize. No, I am not criticizing, because I am finding people in construction, which is very big industry, or somewhere else, I not find people having skills after they say we have passed skills, we have developed skills. I did not find persons say I got this skill. Additionally, even I joined skill development. I didn't meet any person on the internet or somewhere else. I didn't find any such person who has posted that I learned this much from that institute, sponsored by government or some private company, and I improved my knowledge. I didn't find anyone. Did you ever attend that? Or you try to teach people? I did not find that. I also find that people are not interested in learning. They are only studying. If I get money, I will learn. If I get money, I will learn. Somebody asked me yesterday, some person, you are busy on internet. Why don't you make money on internet? I asked him, tell me, how can I make money? I don't understand. No, you are investing so many hours. You want something. How I can explain to me? But that person did not explain because they don't know. Only somebody told you should make money on how to make money on that. Tell me. I don't know. I'm a fool. Tell me how to make money. Nobody could tell me. So sell something. Sell something. Sell what? What I'm making? I'm not manufacturer of anything. I'm not producing anything. So how can I sell? And even if I'm making something, how can I sell? You tell me. It's business. It's trade. You have to change yourself completely and invest in trade. Then you can sell something. But I'm not doing anything. I'm not maker. I'm not industrialist. How can I do something? It's only communication. It's only talk we are making. It's only writing we are making. It's only information exchange. Something which is useful for public. How can I make this? I don't understand this. I don't have that in mind to understand this. So there was no conclusion on that. What I'm saying is misinformation. People are interested in videos, film videos, commentaries, so cricket videos or some religious videos. People are interested in that, or some antisocial videos, activities like below films, like all that. I think people are more open to that nowadays. It seems that society has accepted that world. That's what I'm observing. Maybe your observation is different than what I'm observing. Our society has to some extent adopted that system, which is not in favor of society. But what to do? We can't change them, but also we cannot keep distant from them, because that is our part. Whatever habit you have, that is your internal, that is your domestic, that's your own. It should not affect public. You may stay what you like in your home, you stay. What you eat, you stay. It's your choice. I am no one to decide that. I'm no one to question that. To an extent, it does not affect me adversely, or it doesn't affect to someone else. Up to that extent, it is okay. But if you want others to be with you, that's not okay. You enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. You drink, you eat, you smoke, it's your choice. I'm no one to say you don't do this. But if you force me to cooperate with you, that's not correct. I'm not with you. I don't mind you have bad habit, your world, your life. But if you try to impact on me, that's not acceptable. I won't allow that. Whatever you do, choice, thank you, do that, your choice. And whatever I'm going to let you do that. Don't try to be over smart. That's it. Well, sometime you have to explain at length to make people understand. And if I am successful even 20%, I'll be happy. I don't want 80% because it's not possible. People don't accept so easily until they are beaten or they suffer. They can't accept. This is fact of life. You shall learn something and accept then only. If you lose something, if your pocket is picked by some thief, you will understand being a pickpocket. Until then, because you don't experience that. Until somebody cheats you, you say this is my best friend, but you won't understand it's a cheat friend because you have not experienced that. And once that person cheats you, then you will only understand what is cheating. Then you suffer financially and emotionally. That situation is a teacher for you, that you are understanding emotionally as well as you lost financially. So that's a pay, you can say, you have to pay this much to understand what is friendship and what is relation between two. Otherwise, you cannot understand that. If you find something comfortably, you will not give value to that one. It's fact. If I get something without any hard work, without any struggle, you say, oh, okay, this is God gift, or this is natural birth gift, whatever it is. That shall not give you power to resist, power to go oppose. That won't do that. If you want that power, you have to devote a lot, to this world. Who are there? Mr. Bashir Ahmed, thank you. Welcome. Suresh Chopran, Chopande, join. Thank you. Welcome. Sukaka, thank you. Welcome. Surya Prakash, Mr. Engineer, welcome. Mr. Engineer, you are welcome. Okay. Well, I just saw names. Try to just. Sometimes I miss that because of hard concentration. And if I, well, I'm now talking of that. Come back to our own world of management. I was talking and used to talk about quality system, which is very important in life of a civil engineer, at least. Quality, everybody has different opinion about that, very different opinion. But my thought is complete quality, not part quality. Quality means from 0 to 100, A to Z. It doesn't mean only in construction, it's a part of design also, it's part in safety, it's part everywhere. That's what I understand. And part of being engineer, I understand it that way. If I cannot value quality as such, then I am mistaking something. If my personality is quality personality, that is called. If I care for every activity, that is quality. If I care for each one who is related to me, is my dealing quality, that way I take it. It's not simple quality, it is total quality, and that is total quality management or quality system management. System is whatever system is there, it cannot be separated from such consideration. And this guy is calling from Philippines. I know he will waste my time, so I'm not attending to him. He's talkative, he'll waste time. This is what I say, and I have talked at some length about quality system, ISO 9001, 2015, and also you deal with Sigma 6, which is not very much practical for civil engineering because that tolerance we can't have. If you refer to Sigma 6, but it's very old, I read it, it is around 3.5 errors per 1 million activities, which is not virtually possible in construction industry. It's imaginary, you can say. But if you take each bending point and each rank point in steel bar and how many, and each aggregate if you take into consideration, you may have millions of activities that way. But that is irrelevant, nothing to do with that system. Our quality is different. I start quality from inception stage only. Inception of some idea and then delivery of project. That total process for me is quality system, not simply management of quality system, but creation and construction and delivery, total including maintenance. That point I say, it's my understanding of quality. So it covers inception, means you can say feasibility stage, something we are going to start. We want some project here. We want to start oil plant. We want to start a facility plant. Means whatever report feasibility says, we have to work on that. We have to go to that place and see what our economy is, what our budget is, what our saying that on. That we have to work a lot for months together and say we can do that. Only then we can say, well, it's not going disturbance. He will not you well know. So we continue to let him talk becomes I'll see I'll just finish it up. Why so that system I'm interested in. I'm not interested in something else. Hello, good morning. How do you do? I'm live on your listen to me. Right, just please talk quickly and I'm because I'm busy with others. How are you? How's Philippines? How is Manila? How is the huh? Sorry? Oh, thank you. You take your coffee, no problem. Enjoy your coffee. See, you try many times. I could not get your connection because the line is very busy. So better not to try too much. No use. Facebook has doubly loaded, triply loaded. Why are you wasting time? Huh? I'm talking to you and I'm live with people. I am on live video. Yeah. So please quickly, because others are waiting, speak up what you want to say. Any specific talk or just only hello, good morning you want to say? Anything when you are going back to Dubai, you go by walking. Go by walking. I will walk, I'll fly. I'll fly. Go by walking. No, you stay in Philippines or you stay in Dubai, same thing. Both are affected by Corona. So you go there, enjoy Dubai. Huh? Take a boat and go. Swim and see. Huh? Enjoy life. You're locked or you're out. Are you locked down? Are you locked down in the Philippines? Are you locked? I am also in jail. I cannot go outside. Police will hold me. Yes, police will arrest me. What to do? Tell me what to do. You are laughing, huh? Smiling. Go to Ditra and ask him, your president. Okay, anything, any question, your specific question? Do you have any specific question? Are you listening? Are you listening to me? I think you're watching television, so you're not able to listen to me. Should I close? I'm busy with others. Please excuse me. Later on, you talk to me, right? Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, bye. Anyway, this guy is working in UAE and now he's in Philippines. So he tried almost 100 times yesterday, disturbed me a lot, and now by chance I got him. Just before yesterday, he was with me. He talked to lunch. What to do? People are like that. You have to manage with them. You cannot quit them also. Well, he will not disturb me at this today, I know. Well, gentlemen, my quality issue was I believe in total system and from feed stage itself because project starts there. Design comes later on, everything comes later on. If that stage is clear, and if we work their totality, complete totality, means we understand there what sort of facilities are required, we do have there or we don't have there. That knowledge we should have. You may say that I am reaching somewhere which is not our professional part. No, this is our professional part. When I am in field as an engineer, I forget there that I am civil engineer. That is my duty to forget. Because I cannot work as civil engineer exclusively. If I do that, I make a mistake. This is what experience teaches. Interdisciplinary thoughts are important. And that is why subjects are taught in engineering. If you are in civil engineering or in mechanical or else, you have to learn about mechanical, about electrical, which is the mandate. You can't move without that. That is beginning of engineering. General subjects. So they start your syllabus with common subjects so that you know A, B, C, D of others, which means you have to learn them, otherwise you cannot become civil engineer or mechanical engineer. What I have to do fluid mechanics, everywhere it's not used. What I have to do electrical engineering, everywhere it's not used. Still then I have to learn. I have to learn mechanical engineering, civil, electrical engineering, and much more. Labor relations, all. That's part of engineering. Without which I can't pass. You can't pass. So we forget, of course, but some information is available. So from that original, genuine, raw stage, We have to keep everything in mind if I am part of that feasibility survey team. This means we have to reflect our opinions also in addition to what are facts. Maybe bathymetric engineering part there, maybe soil engineering part there, maybe something else, geography or history of that area. Every point brings certain information. If we discover that, if we leave something, if I don't discuss and think on that, somebody else has to do, and then my report will have lower weightage. That is called application of knowledge. You spend some time on that there as a part of team, because one man cannot do that job. Different disciplinary managers are there, engineers are there. So they interact with each other and produce a document, feasibility report, which contains every discipline, every feasibility, every chances, quantification of possibilities. All that are contained in that, which generates feed after budget. If there's a budgetary provision, there's a policy of whatever nation we are going to this our part for development, then feed is generated. And feed is your basis, foundation, what you are going to do. Feed is real technology that you have to adopt this system, this technology, this formula, or else. Man's guide, prime guide is that. FEED, front end engineering design. That tells everyone, every designer, what you have to do. Designer is not independent there. This is a reference one, or you can say this is particular project code, design and prosecution executive code, which contains all information about design and about procedures of execution on gross scale, of course subject to changes, but originally same. And it takes time. It takes your time behind curtains, no one can see, no one can view. And that is where specialists work, experience works. It's not fresher job. Fresh guys can learn from this. That is important. From there, we go further down to detailing of designs if that project is to be done. That designing is prime designing, schematic designing, accurate designing for purpose of scheme, not for person working or shopping. That is different. Shop work and site work won't be done by that, because from that main design, working and shop detailing shall be worked out. That is the process. Designer designs, gives drawings, approves, these drawings are approved, and whatever procedure is required is completed. Then it goes to bidding stage, which is completely different world. We may not give that value to that stage, but it is very important stage where your work is caught, your mistakes are discovered. Mistakes of whom? Mistakes of field engineers, mistakes of design engineers, and mistakes of specification engineer, all are caught, because there would be many contradictions, many contradictory statements of there's no connection, no link, no coordination. If so, you will be caught, because your bid drawings and field details may be different. You did not notice that, because it's a question of time. It may take 2 or 3 years in some cases for big schemes. That field was done that time, and before field survey was done that time, bathymetric survey, geotechnical survey, geological survey, and then other surveys done after that time before bid. There may be a lapse of 10 years, say, and terrain of that area has changed, profile of that area has changed, and I'm not saying geotechnical, general geographical profile might have changed, because of movement of dust from here to there, movement of soil from here to there. You might have shown some valley, but it's become now ground. You might have some mountain which have been eroded and become ground. Nobody knows. There will be thunderstorm, there will be some other, there will be flood. So this has affected, but it doesn't make a difference if they understand nature of that agency's work, storm agency, dust energy, storm, or some other flood agency. All these work there. But principle is same. So bidding is very important for bidder as well as for engineer or owner, whoever is that, because it's going to cost factor and everybody wants to spend least for best. This is economy. So here economy comes into play, which we reject always, we avoid always, and I don't avoid that. I consider economics as a part of engineering, but you do not understand this. Economy, from where it comes, we have to keep this factor in mind, from where economy is generated. Is it economist that generates, or it's we generate, or it's nature that generates? This point is not clear to many people. Economics is not generated by economicians or those who deals economy, economists we call them, but they are actually not economists. They only understand economy. They are not generators for economy. They only, like journalists, they are news providers, but they don't create news. So economist only understands value of economics, nothing else. Economy comes from earth, from nature. We have to realize this fact. So it belongs to none, but it belongs to us because we are affected by its impacts. Earth has complete resources and surface has complete resources. Earth gives us material, hidden material, chemicals, ores, metals, minerals, and water. Surface gives us food, plants, trees, grass. These are all natural products by process of chemical action of sun, water, capillary action, soil action, air. All these combinations of agencies produce food for us, raw food that we cook and eat. So this is our superficial economy for eating, and that is our deep in-depth economy in crust that gives us everything we rely upon. And that's only small part of earth. Top part only, where sea and ocean, even above that, sea is say 4 kilometer deep. We cannot go to 4 kilometer depth, and ocean is 10 kilometer deep. We cannot go to that place also. So only maybe hardly half a kilometer or 1 kilometer we explore. And if you go to sea offshore, you go to bottom of sea, that may be 4 kilometer. Below that we never reach. Only waves are sent, electric shocks are sent. So we still depend on very small part of earth. We are extracting iron from there, steel from there, gold from there, petrol from there. Every economical material we generate by exploration of earth crust. This means if that is stopped, economy dies. Water we are getting from that, food from we are getting from, and materials we are getting. So we don't have anything if earth does not give us that. This means earth is our economy. You may say America is this and we are this. We are nothing and America is nothing if earth gives you nothing. Is that not a part of engineering then? No economist till now has any status. What material we have, how much we have, what is that quantity, and we also don't know as engineers how much material we have. We only exploit that, explore that, and use. We are using aggregate that is coming from mining. We are using this dust, sand, cement, limestone that is, and we are using silt, soil, all materials we are using, which are components of Earth. So economy is not independent. It is a part that comes from disintegration of Earth, you may say. We are disintegrating sometimes. If we are exploring, we are not backfilling that. If you are taking out material from Earth, either by mining or by just excavation or something, or from crushers, we are getting all that. We are using Earth. We are dividing Earth of its property, of its quantity, not giving it back. But we are just, okay, that's fine, that's process, we are doing that. So we have to understand something about economy that is a part of, and of course we do that. In some subjects we have. I got that subject, mandatory subject, and that was social science when I was studying. That was mandatory subject. And in that was also a part of economics, macroeconomics and microeconomics, and part of civics, like that. And I also took then later an optional subject that was geology. Geology means science of earth. So I also qualified that optional subject because I was interested in something theoretical, text subject. But I got much information from that that I never expected. And there was no teacher for that subject, so I studied myself. What is earth? What are the components? What are the parts? How it works? Of course, everything was imaginary, but informative. And I still remember that. Something of that. Why not? I didn't go back to study that, but it's a part of our engineering. If you do not have geological knowledge, you miss something. You are not able to understand soil report in that case. If you don't have some knowledge relevant to geology, applied geology, it's called, I'm not saying complete geology, those who pass master's degree in rock mechanics or some other subject, they know that. It's a very difficult subject as far as its terminology is concerned. It's not that easy to remember or to write, but it's important. You might have seen soil investigation reports from English companies, laboratories, or some other university, some other American laboratories. Of course, I will give credit to English laboratories because they give you descriptive reports. Descriptive reports that it takes time to read that report. They report in such a way that you know geology, of geotechnical history of that area, and also boreholes report and plate bearing reports and many other recommendations by them. Values like factor n, you know what's factor n, or cohesive factor, cohesion factor, value of C, or you can say RQD, rock quality designation. Might you not heard. If you heard, fine. That's also very important factor. And then bearing capacity and many other tests they conduct, which equips us with information of that soil. How shall this soil behave, and that behavior of the ground or down strata or lower strata, its water content, and how shall it work, we know in advance. That impacts on your design, and foundation is very important in structural designs. So foundation design can vary very much, keeping abreast what soil is. It's not simple we say bearing capacity alone. That's in part only, not complete report. There are many considerations, and that affects your building, your structure. You know it will settle or not settle. You know it will turn building down or not, or you know whether you have to improve this or you have to leave it as it is, or you have to take piles down to rock, or you can make a different way. That information we get from such professional reporting documents. But here I have not seen that type of document some material testing laboratory provides, because here We expect this only from university professors who are not very much experienced in field. I'm not criticizing them, but we have only that limitation. Or some small laboratory who just give very 3 or 4 or 5 6 page reports, which is not authentic and neither it is reliable. So we are lacking in that field. We are not having professional backup from reporting, and this is a defect in our profession. We have not developed that to an extent is required. So we should think on that, how to professionalize that testing system, so that from beginning of project's feasibility report, we take that point into consideration, because it affects time of project, it affects budget of foundation. It is very big factor, because in such a big plants, facilities or refineries, some biorefineries, there's no one structure. There are hundreds of structures, heavy structures, light structures, medium structures, which are constructed for vessels, for machines, for trains, for equipment, and for buildings, electrical buildings, administrative buildings, warehousing buildings, all, and infrastructure. It is a very, very big engineering actually. It is, you can say, total engineering on such facilities. If you work there, though it's not exclusively for you, it's for all, but you are patched there. Your defects are patched because you have chance to change there. Nothing is 100% given to you in drawings. They keep on changing designs from time to time, and they don't mind this too much. Problem is, you are using, say, one vessel, any machine you are proposed, but you have not decided for that machine. You just took provisional consideration of that in your beginning design. The designer is not, no vehicle designer, this machine has to come from German or it has come from England or so. They are not sure at time of that design, but provisionally they design, considering some performance factor of machine, operating parameters of machine, which they are not clear of. But they assume that dimension, its performance, or what it's, you can say, how shall it perform, and operating frequency, and this frequency and that frequency, resonance, etc. They just assume the way, if I take this parameter, resonance will not occur, and there should be no match of both frequencies, operating pressure, propulsion. So no means they assume that. But when they find that that machine is not coming, some other machine coming, then they change design frequently, and which impacts on concrete, impacts of time, everything. Sorry. So that point is very much fair. I have seen it, experienced it. I have experienced a time when my team was ready to concrete one big foundation, 400 cubic meters, in one go, for a big compressor. Big compressor, crack gas compressor. Foundation was 400 cubic meter. It was completely ready. When we just started to do pouring, somebody came from designer, hold it. There's a change in design. We could not resist that because design change is design change. We have to hold this. Had we done that, a big problem is to take out this is a big problem. It is 2 meters deep, 40 meters or I think 25 meters length or 30 meters length. I don't remember exactly all, and about 10 meters wide, solid, massive block of concrete. Member which is not ordinary work, where you cannot do ordinary concrete. So there was change. Some details changed. So reinforcement details changed. Cathodic protection details changed. So many changes were there. However, we waited for 2 or 3 days, arranged that detail, and then we did that. It happened many times in simple foundations, in others, because roots changed. There's much complication in that because there's a building foundation or structural foundation, but around that services are running. Too many services run. You cannot say there's a difference. My foundation has shifted by 5 centimeter. No problem, we can adjust. No, you can't say that can adjust. Maybe some pipeline is going there on that footing. What shall you do? You cannot change route of that utility service. This factor is very important in such projects. Yes, if this independent building, there's nothing around, just a plot, and they have say set off your gun, you may just say, okay, 5 centimeter doesn't make a difference. I can install my structure on that. There you can digest that. But here, your foundation is supporting some other system, or some other system is abutting this, can't help you. There it access. That's what I'm trying to give you, is how it works. Nothing is perfect because in beginning nothing. I assume something today. I use this system on assumption and I design work, and that system is not available. For example, what to do? I didn't know. I don't have information, but that is project of plant facility which shall be operated by someone. And if there is a setback on that, if there is a disturbance on that plant, complete plant can stop. And that would cost millions of dollars. Say. So your small amount on reviewing that work doesn't make a difference for them. They can pay that also, no problem for them. That's why I'm saying it varies from project to how you take into your consideration standards of total quality system. Here, quality system is same, but there is a change in design. So quality system cannot impact on this. We have to take it this way. Quality system applies everywhere, which we are not taught in our management because they are not aware of that. We are aware of that, and this is enough that we are aware of that. So this is practical management we are doing, not necessary assurance certificate and quality manual certified. It's not necessary. And also IS 9001 mandates that you should have certificate. You adopt system, that's enough. You must operate their system on records. That's enough for your standardization. That's what. So we are talking of design is a part of that. And designer must accept this. They should not say no. They won't accept easily, but it is. Yes, they say we have different certifications. That's fine. But we are talking of sequence of our engineering circuit or engineering train from inception to maintenance of project. We are talking about that because after maintenance is over, that doesn't remain as project. It changes to operation status. Project means from inception to delivery and maintenance, that period is called project. If you just try to understand what project is. And once project is delivered, finally, the status of project changes to operation. It doesn't remain project then. It's a part of operative. Till that, it's yours. After that, accept warranted items. Those items which are having warranties for more years, exclusive of those items, project skills has gone. So we are on that project till that time as engineer, as manager, as designer, or whatever. We are there. So that's what I'm saying. Quality parts placed like this, and this is very critical because we manufacture on sites everything. It may be building one, in that one, blast resistance building, non-blast resistance building, ordinary buildings, critical buildings, watertight buildings, everything is there. Watertight building, I mean just reservoirs, that's also building part means we are building something. Part buildings, the pump house is there, reservoir is there, so many types of buildings, manhole system, utility systems, different types of manholes, different types of entries, different types of pipelines, different types of road infrastructure. It's a complete professional site. and it requires your specialist knowledge that gives you specialist experience, and it uses your specialist experience as well. That point we have to understand and keep in our mind, otherwise we cannot move with that. This is a devotion project. You forget there you are civil engineer or you are mechanical engineer, because drawings are there, no exclusively civil drawings, no exclusively mechanical drawings, and I am happy with that because at least I am learning something. I, for example, was working as a coordinating engineer, let's say. I used to deal with coordination. Some information comes from subcontractor supplier. Please get me this clarified from England. There's some question here. It's not giving me answer. There's some proposal. I go right to the, oh, this question is wrong itself. This guy is fool. I reply to that, you have ignored this graph, read that this graph information is level. Why you are writing this question? Because what happens when people don't find some answer, they immediately make a question. We are not getting this from document, clarify. It's there. It's already there. Read it. Why you are not reading it? I am saying it happens. And my boss says, why you are answering? Oh, who will answer? Already answer is there. Why is asking this? Why should I send out that person who designed this? I have no right to send because answer is there. We know the answer. Then why should I not use it? This happens. Every person is having efficiency of different level. Some person concentrates on activities, some person does not concentrate on, and show panic only. Say, I am just making this question just to impress that he is doing a lot. See, why I'm trying to say, engineering is not uniform. No project is uniform. Every project is new. Every project is new. But we have to be clear as engineers that do not just accept everything. Do not accept everything. There is always secrecy in every project. I say start some building without knowing complete detail. Okay, try excavate. Shall I? If somebody instructs me, if I accept that instruction, I am foolish. I am not sure what complete details are. I start. I will not accept this until I am clear, and that is my duty. My duty is not to oblige my head of company. That is another duty, another part of duty. But as far as work is concerned, it's my duty to be sure regarding what I am going to start must be based on clear information. I cannot start blindly. I have seen people, they start excavation and complete excavation, and information is not available. It happened in Qatar. One company, that person was a little idiot was from Arab world, and just because he was fed up with details are not available, what is said, and he was expecting that location may be changed. What he did, it means some underground pumping houses were designed there, were constructed from very big company like Qatar Petroleum, which is very strong company. It doesn't listen to anyone like our companies here, oil company. Qatar Petroleum is head company in Qatar. So there were excavation with 4-5 meter excavation was required on that, and location was not clear. What this gentleman did, he told me that because this Qatar Petroleum is not deciding, I excavate and then they cannot change location. Hence, you excavate, they would not be able to change location. So he did that. He excavated that. It's hard rock. You see how difficult it is to excavate in rock, and whole Qatar is rocky, almost limestone rocks. Generally in Qatar, all rocks and excavation is very expensive there because you have to use rock breaker to excavate. Explosion is not permitted on construction sites. So you have to excavate by rock breakers. So this gentleman did that. Okay, by chance location was not changed. It happened luckily. Then Qatar Petroleum did not accept this excavation. Problem was, it was more than 6 months when it started excavation. Your excavation is more than 6 months now. So we don't accept this excavation. You prove it that it is having same strength as excavation because our Qatar specifications mandate that. If your excavation lies unused for 6 months, we don't. If you prove it, it has same strength as was designed or specified. See, actually there's no problem. Actually, where shall it go away? But formation level is not ensured this is fine. So you have to test in that case. Though test was not required because it is a rock area. And what I'm going to show is sometimes we play ourselves. Why you are taking the risk when it's not required? Okay, it was substation underground, and moreover there was no major concern on this. No major infrastructure was there. It's not a plant, but it's a building, and you have no clarification that this is actual site, but it's given on drawing, and it's given on drawing, I'll do it. But problem lies where your contract is here. Your contract has many limitations, which you have not gone through. Your duty is to read contract first. Because on documents, contract is considered first document. Maybe you don't know this. On projects, all projects of world, contract is considered document number one, mandate number one. Other documents are secondary. If you are not clear of contract, you shall make mistakes. This is all part of quality system, how you should work. It's not simply testing and all. It is complete management, and no quality person would tell you that. Even ISO 934 would not tell you that. They would say, go and refer to FIDIC. They will simply refer you to go to FIDIC or NEC or some other, whichever you adopt. They won't respond to you. Even a third party which certified you, you are compliant of quality, they would also, oh, you make your own system. We will review that you are following the system or you are not following that system. They won't take any guarantee. This means you have to prove yourself. They will not support you. You have to support yourself. That is what I am saying. Engineers particularly should understand this. Contract is very important, though it's not technical. It is contractual, but you have to learn it, and that is why professional practice education plays its role here. If you cannot understand contract, you cannot move up. Whatever education you have, this is must. It's not big deal. It's very small deal. You have only to read it, that's all. You're not going to do any research on that. It's not mathematics, it's not physics, it's not chemistry, nothing. It's not design. It is simple language. Read it. Hardly. And general in all contracts, same clauses repeat. There's no additional clause. Nothing. For example, I tell you, this is a clause of force majeure. Maybe you know that. Unforeseen conditions, unexpected conditions that happen during your currency of contract would be considered this way and compensated that way. That is a clause named as force majeure. For example, now this corona has come, all projects are stopped. This clause comes into play specifically this time. Otherwise, this is just a formal clause. No force majeure comes and is never operated. This shall operate now if there's a clause. That's what I'm trying to say. If you know that, you can write this is force majeure. There is a war, this is force majeure, or there's some other, it's a force majeure. Earthquake, for example, is there. Yes, rain is not force majeure. Thunderstorm is not force majeure. Flood is not force majeure, because you should know history of that area for decades before qualifying for any contract bid. So you read contract. Hardly it takes, I think, 2 or 3 days if you are experienced engineer. If you are not experienced engineer, then you cannot get that position. You have to take junior position, and we are on junior position. Then you have an interest to take contract, ask for copy and read it. What's wrong with that? Because if you do not know contract, you may be consultant or you may be executive. Contractor shall play with you. Remember, contractor is more intelligent. Contractor is brilliant but acts as a fool. If some contractor acts as fool, do not accept that he is fool. His place is playing with you, just to showing you off his fool. He is befooling you, in fact, showing us his fool. This point you should realize. Contract can never be fool. Contractor makes you fool. Person who is taking responsibility, you think is fool. Common sense. If he himself is not acting fool, he will send some representative who shall act on his behalf. So beware of contractors. Just like we say something else, you know what I'm saying? Beware of contractors. They are your, indirect intellectual enemies, you can say. They try to form grounds for disputes, and that's part of specialist contractor. That's beauty of contractor, who can create difficulties for you. If one contractor cannot create difficulties for you, that is foolish contractor, I should say. He is expert of work. He is a specialist of work. He can think beyond where you stop thinking. That is called professional contractor. He can trap you. That is professional contractor. He can convince you. That is professional contractor. And you say, yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. He will write you letters, and you're not answering. He will write you then higher profile letter. There are so many profile of letters in contract. Some say, okay, low profile, or little high profile, then okay, little strong letter, then at a contractual letter. Contractual letter is very dangerous. It's kind of mandate. I want mandate on this. Or a low profile, you can say memos, for example, or informatory letters, or reference letters, or clarification letters. There are so many profiles of letter writing, a part of communication and management. So when I used to talk to various consultants, various contractors, so just do one thing. See, it's commerce, so just send some letter which is very low profile, means I just file that and just communicate to them. And then something, okay, write something because it's question of your commerce, and okay, write something, record something. They themselves say, record something so that your payment is not affected. This advice from staff of that people, yes, they're not dishonest. They want to protect themselves as well as you. Because I have to protect myself. That person is also to protect. It's fine, it's professional. But when the question of attack on contract, attack means claims building contract, claims I have to build on contract, that point is not easily accepted. If they know this communication shall hammer it back on their head, they will not like that type of letter, but you are forced to write that. Then you have to use such composition of that writing, such a design of that writing, that it communicates to them, I am going to raise claims. That is where service of an engineer is required, as a quantity engineer, as a claim engineer, and where your experience counts. Otherwise, you can't raise claims. So this is all gradual update on your experience and on your knowledge, where you have to refer to complete contract conditions, general conditions, project conditions, specific discussions, and of course law and codes. Every part of these documents come into play, and it consumes a lot of your time. And remember, if you depend upon advocates, you will not be able to do something, because they will spoil your show. Do not rely on advocates during currency of project, because they do not know how we work on sites. They will just make easy communication complex, and we should avoid that service. But people say no, refer to legal consultant. I shall not recommend that, because my work is not done under supervision of advocate or judge. It's done under my supervision, under expert supervision, engineering experts. And we don't believe in writing for every step we walk. It's not possible. I am not working under civil procedures code, not at all. 98% communications are verbal. Only when necessary we record it, otherwise it is technical activity. And technical activity is not a part of contractual activity. It is between trust of both parties. So do not make complicated arrangements thinking that it will help you. It would not help you. Not at all. Use your mind, use your experience, and draw letter of communication. That serves its purpose. Otherwise, you shall be defeated during arbitrational proceedings, because fools sit there, not experienced people. Yes, if engineers are the members of that panel, that's fine. And they listen to you. They don't need advocates, it's fine. And if you leave to advocates, then you are gone. Simple. There is no bar to you to proceed. There is no bar to you to draw. Arbitration is not court, but it's powerful. Court, it has power. All procedures are not mandatory. Keep in mind, advocates and those people who have been judges in their past time would say, no, I need that, refuse that, because this is not per law. I had dispute with past as a judge one tribunal. This is not court, mister. I am engineer. I'll write and I'll proceed. You cannot object to me, because this shop, actually in our country, arbitration is nothing but a shop. For whom? For senior advocates and for retired judges. This is shop. I work on contract. I struggle in sun. I struggle in bad weather, and I give you my shop to you. You enjoy this. You do not know anything about my profession. You don't know how works move, how you deal with contractor, and you don't understand contract. You are not read contract. You are just give me para, give me clause which is read yourself. I'm not your servant. You are educated person. Why should I tell you which? Read yourself and understand contract. Read all communication. Read it. There's no mandate I will tell you. You raise questions yourself. Why are you asking me? Why did you raise a question? What you reply? I didn't reply. It's my choice. You interpret contract yourself. You see all communications yourself. This is your duty, Mr. Arbitrator. No law bans it. You decide why contractor respond. You ask contractor. You ask me. I'll respond to you. Don't act over smart. Can you act like this? Engineers? No, you cannot act like this, because you're timid. You're not British engineers who can speak, who can write. I have surprised in meetings listening to how they talk. Our engineers cannot talk like that. They talk in contextual language. When I was too young, I was surprised what our people are. Cat, only specification, only trying that. I'm not going beyond that. What beyond that? ME, PhD. Oh, I cannot realize on my heart as if a bomb has been shot on you. There we are lacking. My work I have to do, not someone else. We are doing with some tenders in one company in Abu Dhabi. Big tender had come. Our one head sent this contract to some legal advisor of our company. Comment on this. This contract has come. They thought he will do some best advice which I cannot give, though it used to come to me. All means just comment on every document, not only contract, every document, all complete documents, specifications, drawings. Okay, that by chance they sent to that person. It took many days, though it was just 2 days job. It took many days. Came up, and that person is reading. What he has come? What's advice? Comma is missing here. Apostrophe is missing here. Full stop should be here. Oh, we sent it for punctuations or for contract. This man said, I can't get this contract. If I write to them, there is no comma, there's no full stop, there's no question mark, this word is wrong, this word is right. They say, okay, throw this contractor out of bidding, we'll take someone. They call from France, some country. Should I hire a lawyer for you? You are raising these questions. Are you not experienced? You don't understand what are contracts. You don't understand that. You have to teach me in English. Then this document readdressed to me. Just you comment. I didn't find anything. I'm not leaving for comma or full stop. Okay, some clauses are there. If there's some ambiguity on that, you can say there's some misunderstanding there or something is ambiguous. Please clarify. That's okay. Generally, remember, they never change contract conditions. You want this? Okay, or go. This is for our safety, we do it. Because we should know what we are doing, it can impact our cost. For example, there can be a clause that there can be a number of changes in designs and you can't claim. You understand? There was something like that. There shall be any number of changes in design and you have to comply by it. Then you won't do that. You have to do that. So it can affect your cost factors. So you have to apply probabilities of changes yourself, or you can request them. Just advise us how many changes can happen. They may advise you or they may not advise you. They may say, oh, you are EPC, you ask your designers. They may say that because sometimes there are alliances in some projects, joint ventures. Maybe we are not designing, the other person is designing. So we have to take their backup. Sometimes they say, okay, their probability are 10% changes, 5% changes. So you have to just cover that cost factor. You can't claim later on. But this, your advocate cannot anticipate. They cannot say, you have to decide. That's why they are kept distant from our, of course, they are part of companies. Legal cells are in the company, but they are only for title, for tag. We have some, that's all. You'll be busy in claims or be someone else past actually, because claims take a lot of time and let them be busy with that. Originally, claims are raised from quantity engineering section, but they're just helping languaging them, or you can say coloring those claims. That's what I'm saying. We should have exposure to this. And if you are clear of contract, because I suffered from it. In beginning of my career, I suffered very much. That's why I am now telling, and I was instructed, do not do anything without reading relevant clauses. because I also ignore clauses just like everybody does. So we are interested in work. We are not interested in clauses. We are not even interested sometimes in specifications of activities. We just keep on moving. Oh, consultant has approved this, contractor thinks. And consultant thinks, contractor has done, I'm not responsible. Neither contractor thinks is responsible, not consultant, I'm responsible. Both are responsible and both are not responsible. But there's one line always added, whatever would be, contractor shall not be relieved of its responsibilities, and nobody reads this very lower font. Contractor shall be responsible, no one else. So ultimately, sword is on your neck. That's what is on contractor's neck. So who will suffer? Consultant shall go away, nobody will ask. Designer shall go away, nobody shall ask. Only sufferer is that goat of contractor, like me. यहाँ रखी है मेरे, काट देंगे. You were sleeping, Suraj. Yes, you were sleeping. You did not read this is your fault. You did not operate this is your fault. What can I do? You should have done this and you should have done that. So many statements would come from all others. Nobody would help you, remember. Neither managing director, not consultant. You shall be an absolute god to be slaughtered. This is engineering construction. That is why I am trying to share my experience of management with you, because there is no formal syllabus or degree that can teach you or can share with you experiences. All theoretical, all empirical. They will show you so much, so much, so much, and big certificates they will give you. But what you do with certificates? Nothing. That is why I am trying to include my time onto this, so that at least my fraternity people may understand. But unfortunately, I am not getting any good response from people. They are sleeping, they shall keep sleeping. This is their nature. They don't have any ambition. That's why they are not having any interest. This is why I understand. They are saying in frog in a well, they shall live frog in well forever. They cannot come out from well because of nature. So what can I do? Nothing. I have experienced many seminars of engineers, and I'm upset. If you spend whole day and you get nothing from there, what's the use of attending seminar or congress? If only administrators come and they dominate your seminar, or ministers come, they dominate your seminar, and you are reduced to just 10-15 minutes talk, I don't think there is any use of that seminar. No use. If you are not there able to speak clearly, they give 10 minutes, or sometimes they don't even approve your paper. So what to do with those people who are bureaucratic? Bureaucratism does not work in engineering, in construction. It is action that works here. It is movement that works here. It is personal involvement that works here. No red tapeism. You have to move. There shall be no assistant to help you move your file. You have to move your file, because you have to take instant decisions anytime. Maybe your staff not available, you have to work on that. That is required. So our working is completely personal based working. It's personal approach that counts. It's not system approach, but you are a part of system. That's, you have to say it's part of system. If you miss that, means you forget it. It won't come up again. You lose value of that. Much is done by interactions with others. Much is done by writing, and much is done by other means, by evidences. Therefore, you cannot generalize that which management system applies there. It's up to you to devise your system. But whatever you devise, whatever you write, whatever you include in your, you have to prove that this has been done. That's only required. External auditor has to ensure that you define this, you specified this, you projected this, you adopted this, you approved this, but must be reflected on achievements of project on record. That is what that would ensure, and that's what's required. No more, no less. If there's an observation that you missed this, that observation will go on record. So they do not force you how you do it. As far as your delivery is right, satisfactory, they don't mind which system you follow, which procedure you follow, but whatever you follow, it should be done. It should be delivered. That is what management is. And it's interesting that we have liberty here. We are not bound by some other. It's liberty, I understand. This is not slavery. This is not that officer mandated or that authority mandated. No, it's not that. So this is liberalization. We are liberated here. We are not bound by some books. We can chart out our own course, our own mind, our own procedures. That's important. And that's why I'm trying to discuss. Do not feel that you are bound. You are binding by your own way, not by some other force. And that is profession. And you are sharing responsibility as well. If you are liberal, you are having responsibilities, accountabilities, obligation. Every parameter you have here, you have to stand on your way. And if there is fault, you're responsible. And if it's successful, your credit. Both are there. And that is what youth has to understand. Youth engineer, young engineer who jump always to MBA. Oh no, big package. I want MBA. Okay, I'm not pursuing that. But you will not learn anything in MBA. What shall they teach you in 2 or 3 years? You tell me. Certain fixed parameters they teach you, fixed articles they teach you, but that is not applicable in engineering field. It may be in business, it may be in commerce, not in your project, because your project is technical bound. Its milestone is engineering based, technical based, technologies work there, not commerce, not administration. Administration is always secondarily considered here. This is administrator. No, you are nothing. Just arrange food for people, just arrange chairs and tables and stationery and vehicles and procure from market food for people. This is administration, or rooms for people. This is administration there. It's not administration that we think of. They are not going to check my CV or promote me. No, no relation. Just lower profile of administration and liaison. Deal with human resources, deal labors, deal visas, deal this, deal that. That administration is lower profile. What we consider here, ruling management. Our administrators are rulers. They are servers. This is different. I should not say something about someone, but because we are living in that socialism of work, we have to elect everybody what is their responsibility. We are allowed to them, and we have to allow to ourselves also what is my job description. If there is no one to decide about my job, I have to self-decide and operate and instruct after school like this. That is required. You might have seen these days job descriptions are mentioned in advertisement itself, because somebody might have decided, but it doesn't mean that there is last, means you can't cross that. You can cross that when you join that position. You can amend that. You can take more responsibility, or you can drop your responsibility if it is permissible. But that when you get in, otherwise you must qualify that responsibility. And that's a part of management. They have fixed something for themselves, because we cannot ask every time what you know, what you don't know. If you know this, okay, apply. If you don't know this, sorry, thank you very much for taking interest in our company. Why to waste time? When you have experience, you have done it, you have to do it, that's all. Yes, if you are innovator, that is applicable only when you install yourself there, when you consolidate that status, then you are a part of company, you are a part of management. You can change it, you can move it, you can accelerate or you can decelerate or do what you want. But responsibility lies on you, results lie on you, financial effect lie on you, every factor lies on you. So it's not also always easy to change something that's moving successfully. Yes, if you think there's nothing as such, you're not getting a backup for yourself or people, then you design that first. You structurally arrange your mechanism of jobs, all your servant staff. Decide yourself what everybody has to do. Why you worry about that? Why should I refer to someone? I say this is your duty and that's final. It's my duty and that's final. Amend it later on, but at least tell people what you have to do. Certainly, you will get amendments later on, but you have to keep people moving because they know you are given writing, you have to do it. Don't way out. Just like we do in meetings, recorded meetings, you see, I'm not talking of general, recorded meetings, you're writing actions, is responsibility, this point, that responsibility, and that meetings, again, you see, we talked of this, what you have done, we do like that or no? This means you are keeping binding sequences. It's not that I keep minutes off and no. Minute must be there, review must be there, so everybody will think of we have to move or we have to do, I have to respond in meeting. What shall I respond? So maybe it's weekly meeting or monthly meeting. They will see each time I have done this. That will become a priority in addition to other. So that must be done. That is what is management. What else is management otherwise? You have to manage every activity quantity wise and quality wise. If you are submitting some document, some report or some other submission, it's not simply submission. No, it should be completely packed, completely descriptive. You can say in legal level speaking. It should not call you for everything. Come on, explain to us. That is not professional submission. They will return it. We are not understanding it. Finish. Why should they waste their time because of your foolishness? You first understand yourself, pack it complete with references, and submit to procedure how many copies are required. They should not send it back and approved or rejected. Of course, there can be comments sometimes. That's no problem. Sometimes this okay, approved with comments. These are comments. To take this here, take this, or submit this additional document. They may write that, but they won't reject. Again, you have to submit that. This is a procedure. Don't forget you are free there until it is approved finally. Approved finally is a requirement of contract, not with comments. So comment only supports you. Okay, you start this. Don't stop. You don't waste your time, but be prepared for further submission. This I'm just trying to say. This happens. It's for materials. It's for drawings. It's for statements, or it's for whatever other information. You do that. So it's a vast field, means it's not one day job. It moves for months, years together, and the inspections, supervision, reports, quality, safety, all disciplines come into play. That is where we move in, and that is important, very important for every one of us. It is not panic. Actually, I say there are 10 means we have to do in one day. It's not question of one day. It takes years together. We should not panic. Oh, I have to do this much. I have to, no. You have not to do that much. You have to think that much. Who's one query you send, again you send another query, you send say 10 queries in one day, you'll get answer maybe after 1 week, maybe after 3 days. You have time for other activity, don't worry. Sometimes you find so many activities, but actually practically not that. Because these keep on rotating. Only is link you have to see, your references you must know. So you start with panic, but you move with comfort. No panic, no nervous state. Once you get immersed, gradually immerse yourself, then you dip in that. After that, no problem. You self swim in that work. And then you learn more and more. Nobody asks after once you are fit in there. Then you can learn from specifications, learn from contract. Nobody would say anything. Once you are in streamline of that position, in that system, then you are a part of that system. So once you are a part of the system, you may make mistake that you can cover yourself. You can make something wrong, you can cover yourself. Of course, somebody would know, but this part of job, okay, I know, I did not understand well. Now I understand. It doesn't make a difference. If people apologize in writing, I say, oh, we apologize, sorry. We apologize this time. They write in writing. They don't feel any shame. I apologize, okay, I overlooked this. We'll take care next time. Nobody says anything. And nobody recall, okay, it's part of the job, let it go. But if you just do it at in self, you learn means learn it. Okay, I'm learning it. Finish. Don't talk me. I'm learning. It will take some time for me to come to this stable status. Then disturb me. Means you have to be professional. Professional in profession becoming is different. We have to be professional in profession. Mean your system is expert system. It's not ordinary system, and you are spending money. Remember, you are dealing with materials, you are dealing with quality, you are dealing with time factor, you are dealing with safety factor. So many factors come in, and you are interacting with many people, internal people, external people, and remote people also. So there's no major, once you are fixed in somewhere, you can move further and further and further, and that's what is life. And when you come out of project after delivery or you go to some other project, you'll find completely different environment. But you have earned something on this project. I had one person from Malaysia say, oh, so look, if you learn something, because it's such a big project, if you learn a technology, please tell me, I will enter you in file that this guy has learned this technology. They think that way, If some special technology on this project you have learned that which you did not know before, please tell me, I will enter you in file so that other head knows what technology you have, and so he can use you for that technology. Up to what extent they update your experience this way. You already CV there, but they want to, you have learned this, we want to use your future. Why we should not have right to use you? Because you are paying you, you are our person. We want to use, so you should record. Maybe you don't tell us what you know. Why should I tell? I'm not getting any benefit of that. But because we taught you, you must be here for that. We spent on you this money. We paid you for that time you learned. So we want to retake that. They are right at that point. On some other project, use this. Well, this is way. What to do? This must be there. At least they have some system for themselves. Do we have? Here nobody bothers. Learning. What is the spelling of learning? Learning bad quality. You want to learn bad quality? Of course, that's right. Why should I learn bad quality? But they cannot give good quality. So what shall you learn? System. What is system? I go to site and that's all. That is system. Go to site and do it. Finish this system. No more system. What you are talking? Method step. What is method step? Shut up. Carol. If nature is that, though I think it is changing in big organizations, but on an average, it's same. I am seeing results on sites. If there is a change, results should be changed. But no, it's same. Whatever saw 10 years back, 15 years, same is inverse state is now, not improved state. So what you say about that? Yes, these are points we intellectuals must consider. Not just we are doing a job, salary, and we enjoy. Why should I worry? Let project delay. I'm not concerned. My boss will look at. If that tendency, or we have power, political power, we can get extension. Don't worry about that. It's my responsibility. Don't worry, I manage. So you can't do anything in that environment. When there is no control, despite controls is there in writing, but in virtual world there are no controls. In practice there are no controls. Everybody can manage something, whatever way it is, they can manage it. So you cannot say this is management. This is management for management means by manipulation. When they say we can manage it, this is something else. Manage means corruption. Simple. When we can manage it, somebody says, means we can corrupt it. Same way. Management equals to corruption. If that is definition of management, congratulations to those people who apply it. I do not recognize that because management cannot be corrupted, but here it is done. It should not be done. If everybody thinks this way, you can change, but you have to fight in that case. You are on a tire which is not giving you power to fight, so you surrender, you submit. But even then, responsibility is yours, remember. Contractor or somebody else manages, but responsibility is yours. Don't condone this point. If you condone it, you condone your character, you condone your moral, you condone your ethics, and then call I'm engineer. Okay, fine. If your engineer definition is that, that's fine. I can't help it. But what I think is different, and that's why I think I'm not valued by many because I talk anguish, I talk, arrogant, you can say. That's right word. I'm arrogant. That's my nature. I don't want to be diplomatic because I don't like diplomacy. In my field, diplomacy does not work. It works only 3 to 5%, 95% your arrogance work, your commitment work, your aggression works. I have seen many people who you should be polite, diplomatic. Okay, try to be diplomatic, you'll fall. Nobody shall work. I am telling you, no one shall work if you are diplomatic. Can you be diplomatic with thieves? Can you be diplomatic with robbers? Can you? You can never be diplomatic with them. So what are you? If contact is stealing, you will be diplomatic. If you will be diplomatic with that, fine, then what can I say? Then it's management. I manage, everybody manage, and management is dismanagement. That's a fact. I'm not speaking something different. I am only speaking that is happening. I am transmitting to you by observation. You know it very well. I'm not telling something new. You all are experienced people. I'm just trying to tell those who are not experienced people. You understand everything. I'm not doing this for your change. You are with me. I know, but those who do not know this, they should learn it. If they enter into same well, they shall become frog again. If you don't know what is a river or what is sea, that's what I am. Nothing else. So, my dear friends, management I am going to continue. It's required, but at the same time, we have to think and contemplate on everything. I shall continue with quality, which is point of attraction. My talk currently, then shift to other management method statements and many others are ready with. I'll start that. But let me complete this. Actually, this technical quality control, which I call it, not actually quality management, part of quality management, technical check that we call testing and testing of all item, checking and testing or inspections, you can say. Check and inspection we call in quality control system, which I actually wanted to do, but my mind shifted to explanation of management again, and we will take those points into our considerations later on, because it's already time for you. Maybe you're tired or you have some other job to do. I can continue, but let me take a break after a few minutes. And those are about, you can say, that list is something like that. I'll just have a look, speak to you what is that about, which is very important for you people also to know. And that's something like that, there are various ways to say, let's say setting out, for example, one point, this number setting out of excavations, and then it is hand excavation, or then you can say formation, etc. All those checklists. Then there's a blinding concrete list, and then it is for protection of waterproofing, and then there's foundations, footings, works. Then it's for column, stub column, and then backfill work, and then you can say grade slab or flowing slab work. And that is RCC column works, checklist of that. Then other one is then checklist for RCC wall work, and that's RCC lift well, which is a very important from structural viewpoint. Then it is longitudinal staircase work, slab work, of course suspended slabs. Would be pedestal footings for steel frame works, that RCC footing blocks for steel frames, and DC generator, etc. Big generators, I'm talking of RCC massive blocks for that. Then it's about fair face structural work, and then RCC architectural finish work. So that's the one specific item that's called holy slab, RCC holy slab work. Then sloping portion floor slab work. Then it is RCC sloping portion work suspended work, and it's RCC heavy compressor foundation work. There would be then RCC tabletop columns work. After that would be tabletop works again, another one, and then swimming pools work that are already defined. And of course, then it is for shooting range or firing range, special building. It is a long building, very long building, and then come to footings or foundations, again in combination with various other works, and concrete poles and grade slab. Again, means repetition with some other parameters in that. So what I'm saying, this actual in detail study of that, I have noted these points, and I'll discuss with you, explain them one by one, how best we can do in field, because this is very important. Problem is when we go to field and we don't understand what to check and how to check. Even quality people sometimes fail to check, and they check irrelevantly and comment irrelevantly. It doesn't work. So we have to be clear what we do. We should know what should be checked in. That's purpose of checklist and inspection. You cannot waste time for very small requirements all the time. Something which is in practice and something which is a mandate to check. So it is also important to see we cannot waste time on irrelevant talks, irrelevant methods. Means we should know clearly what to check or what not to check. We must, for activity and equality, must be what to inspect and what not to inspect. This must be in tally to each other, so that no question of this, why should we discuss unnecessarily? It's not personal work, it's not project work. Means I'm not your friend, or we are friend, doesn't mean that we are friend on activity. You are helping me to inspect, and I am helping you to check something my way. And if there is a different way, okay, we adopt that way. But there's no say, no, what I'm saying I'm right and you're wrong. But if something is written on documents, we agreed we have to do this way. That's vast matter. Okay, What I can, this written means, tell me why I should not check it. Okay, check that, finish. I'm ready to get check, release. If it's come right, I'll amend that, I'll modify that. That is what is very important. But for that, we should be ready all the time. And with this, I take your permission, dear friends. Thank you very much. We'll see you again. Once, thanks again for your time.